When I checked George Harrison out on the internet, I kept finding the same words to describe him: underappreciated and overlooked. He was always seemingly eclipsed by his virtuoso Beatle bandmates John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Their towering genius at songwriting and musicianship unfortunately put Harrison in the shade. That seems unfair. He was every bit as brilliant and special in his own subtle way as they were in theirs. Now, almost 24 years after his death in 2001 at the too young age of 58, his work bears renewed evaluation. In my opinion, Harrison's stunning 1970 triple album, All Things Must Pass, qualifies him for greatness in itself. It is an unequaled encapsulation of everything that made him remarkable and unique as an artist. Maybe you have seen a program on PBS called Concert for George that was filmed in London on November 29, 2002, 1 year after Harrison left us. Some of his musician buddies got together in his memory and played his songs in a rollicking, reverential show. Eric Clapton, Tom Petty, ex-Beatles Paul and Ringo, Billy Preston, Harrison's son, Donnie, and others played and sang their hearts out. If anything, it proved how very gifted George Harrison really was, and how much he is missed. Per UltimateClassicRock.com, from his massive Phil Spector-produced solo debut to unjustly ignored smaller-scale triumphs in the late 70s to his final collaborations with Jeff Lynne, the so-called quiet Beatle always found a way to make some joyful noise. Here are 3 examples of why Harrison occupies a lofty and well-earned niche in contemporary music. I confess to a weakness for what was to Harrison a highly personal song. It was co-produced by Phil Spector, who apparently favored lush orchestrations called The Wall of Sound, as evidenced by his involvement in the Beatles' final album, Let It Be. According to the Beatles' Bible, Wah Wah was written on the day that George Harrison walked out of the Beatles during the ill-fated Get Back/Let It Be sessions on 10th January 1969. At that inflection point, Harrison was reportedly fed up with the frequent presence of Yoko Ono, John Lennon's criticism, and Paul's ambition. Harrison's feelings at last erupted in Wah Wah, the title of which refers to a headache as well as a foot pedal, or guitar effect, per his book I, Me, Mine. Despite their collective success, Harrison had enough of the Beatles, especially John and Paul. This anthem to his frustration and dissatisfaction proves it on a grand scale.